Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Isabel Fulland. I just got married on Sunday. I've been married for 5 days now. I am on cloud 9 in love. I am so happy that the wedding just went amazing. If you've been following along with me, I made a couple other videos, a wedding day vlog, as well as a wedding day prep. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about wedding budget and how to plan a budget-friendly wedding. I feel like nowadays the inflation of wedding prices is just ridiculous. I don't think you need to pay thousands and thousands and thousands and drain all your savings in order to have a wedding. And there's a few ways that I definitely got around that, and I think that I could help other people with wedding planning. A lot of my family said I could be a wedding planner, maybe in another life, so I don't know, maybe a new career. It was really fun though. It was really fun to DIY things. It made everything more special. I ended up only paying about maybe $10,000 total or less than that, honestly, for a wedding, which was around our budget. I think it was about $9,000, so it just went a little bit over. I think everything turned out great, so I have a list compiled here for you guys about how to budget for your wedding. Me and my husband are very young. We are 24 and 25, so you know, we're still figuring ourselves out, like career-wise. So it was important for us to keep a budget-friendly wedding. We also wanted to continue to save so we can have a better honeymoon later. We also were trying to save up for buying a house later and starting a family. So I didn't necessarily want to spend a fortune on my wedding, and I was fortunate enough to have some family help, but we still paid a lot of our own money for this as well. So I think this is just perfect for anyone that is wanting a budget-friendly wedding but still wanting a nice wedding. The first thing I wanted to show you guys is my wedding planner. This is from Amazon, and it just was perfect for the wedding planning process. The first tip I have is to not hire a wedding planner. This may be controversial, but I am very type A, and I thought I could just do it myself. Especially with the help of this really kept me on track and was able to have a whole year plan for a wedding. I know some people plan years in advance for their wedding, but this was just perfect for me. I'll just show you a couple of the pages because it's pretty big, but anyways, the wedding details, it has photographer, wedding venue, the date, the time, all that kind of stuff, and then some notes. It has 12 months, 10 months, 8 months, 6 months, 4 months. So every 2 months there's a checklist of what needs to be done. So for instance, 12 months to go, announce your exciting news, pick your wedding date, determine your budget, hire a wedding planner, which I said no because I'm the wedding planner, research and visit wedding and reception venues, and then start forming a guest list. So you can just go down the list and fill it out as you go, and each page has different notes, so you can write out notes for figuring things out, the way down to a day before your wedding. And I just thought this was so helpful and, you know, keeping me on track, making sure things were done in the right way, in the right order. And then I'll show you guys, there is a calendar in here, which I didn't really use. I mostly just use my phone for weddings, appointments and stuff. Then this was really helpful, the guest list. When we were forming this, we only had 35 guests in total at this wedding, and I'll go further into that later, but this is really nice because it has addresses and relationships. And then on this side it says invited to rehearsal, confirmed wedding. You can write the table number, you can write food choices, food allergies, gifts, thank you cards, all that jazz. And then this was also really helpful, especially if you're on a budget for a wedding, but it's a budget planner, which was really, really helpful to show the budget, the estimate, and then the actual price. And I was able to look back and add everything up to find out how much I spent on everything. It was so helpful. And then there's also a post-wedding log, like having your wedding dress clean, preserving your bouquet, doing all the name change stuff. So I'm still working on this stuff actually, and gonna be sending out thank you notes soon and all that stuff. But definitely recommend buying one of these. I think it was only like maybe $23, $25. I bought it as soon as I got engaged, as you know, I just wanted a timeline and to figure things out myself. So I definitely recommend doing that if you're not gonna have a wedding planner. The next thing I wanted to talk about is venues. When you are planning a wedding, you realize how expensive venues are. It's insane because it is a place where people gather. You maybe have it for 6 hours, maybe the whole day in some instances. Some venues are cool because they have a lot of inclusions in it, such as food, drinks, serving, bartending, makeup, hair. Like, you can get a lot out of a venue, but I think there's ways to get around not even having a really expensive venue. What we did for my wedding was getting married in my childhood backyard, which was so personal, so special. It hosted 35 people easily. We invited, I think, 50 people, but I think it could have housed that many people there. You know, we just overtook my dad's backyard and just made it really special with the decor. What I recommend for venues is looking into backyards, okay? Like a large backyard, maybe with a garden as a plus, with trees. You know, you can really make a backyard really special and really cute, especially if it has special meaning to you and it's free. And then another recommendation, if you don't have a big backyard or one accessible to you, is going to parks. You can look up on the National Park Service wedding section of national parks, and you can book your reservation for that. So you can do elopement or small weddings, and some actually house big weddings as well. Especially here in Portland, there is a lot of like foresty parks, so I recommend that as well. For my wedding, we ended up doing a first look in Forest Park on a trail there here in Portland, and it was completely free, super special to greet my husband and see him first before going to the wedding venue. So that was just really special, and I think anyone can do that, you know, or if you even want to elope, you can elope in the forest. I think you need a certain registration and license for it, but it is free, it's easy, you don't have to pay for a big venue, so definitely recommend. On the line of venues is make sure that if you are looking for a venue or planning on paying for a venue, make sure that it's pretty and it looks like your aesthetic and how you want things to look, because then you can save a lot on decor. And that kind of leads me into the next segment, which is decor. Again, if you make sure that your venue is cute and pretty and your aesthetic, you can save a lot on decor. For my decor, I ended up DIYing a lot of my decor. I am a very artistic person and creative, so this was a great creative outlet for me. I used Canva for a lot of the signs. I also painted a lot of the signs. I got a lot of fake leaves and made signs and fake flowers where you can buy decor that's cheaper. So what I did was I went to Dollar Tree. I got certain signs there, especially during wedding season in the summer, which was when I was shopping for a lot of my stuff. A lot of stuff is at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree is your friend, especially for bachelorette or bachelor parties. They have a lot of cute decor there as well. And on top of that, I also went thrifting a lot. So I thrifted a lot of my decor. I thrifted some signs. You can find gorgeous frames at Goodwill and different thrift stores. We ended up doing our party favors at different thrift stores because we had party favors were thrifted glasses. So they were all different colored glasses that we had for people to fill up their glasses with drinks and to keep the glasses after, which was a huge hit and it was super special. And I liked that it was a party favor where you could use it after instead of just having it be, you know, chocolate or something that guests would throw away. And on that note, this also might be a little controversial, but I shopped for a lot of my decor on Temu and Shein. I do not like these websites. I do not condone these websites. These are not sponsored whatsoever, but they do have a lot of wedding decor. And if you're looking on Amazon in particular, I think you can get a lot better price on these websites, okay? So I recommend just checking it out, seeing what you can get on there. You know, I got some fake flowers on there. I think I got some of my signs. I got my guest book, which was really cute, and some of our lights from there as well, like some string lights. So that made things a lot easier for me to just order things on there, and it was a lot cheaper. Also, our candle holders were from there too, and those were really, really expensive when I looked on Amazon. Another thing with your decor that you can easily do is your flowers. This was a really fun part of my wedding, to go flower shopping the day before the wedding. We went to Trader Joe's and Fred Meyer, and that's it. And we just got all of our bouquets from there. I put them together. They looked gorgeous. What was really special was when we told Trader Joe's that we were getting married, they gave us 2 bouquets for free. I'm not saying that all Trader Joe's does that, but it was really cool. I only spent $160 on flowers, which is crazy. When you go to a florist, it can be up to $5,000, I think. It's insane. I looked at florists to start, but I was able to do all my flowers myself, and they were even more special because we picked them out, hand-picked them. So that was really cool as well. Another thing I recommend is renting your furniture. Look around. You can easily rent furniture. It was a super easy process for me. We just went to the showroom, picked out our linens, picked out our tables, picked out our
chairs, picked out our plates, picked out our silverware, picked out our glasses.
And it wasn't super expensive. I think it was under $1,000 to rent all that for a night, and it was actually there the whole weekend, which was really cool as well. Another thing I DIY'd was invitations. I made them on Canva. I ended up doing digital invitations, which was cute, but I kind of regret that because I kind of wish people had those to keep. That was like the only regret I had with those, but it was free to make them on Canva. You don't even need Canva Pro. You can just make your own invitations. They came out great, and they're exactly what I wanted for them. The next thing I wanted to talk about is task assignments. I think this is really important, especially if you have the ability to get people to help out with your wedding. Maybe just ask around, say, hey, can I have any volunteers to help with takedown? Can I have a volunteer to do DJing? If you ask around, you'll be surprised that a lot of people do want to help you out because this is your special day and you shouldn't be stressing about these things. You can really just make jobs for different people, and it kind of gives them like a purpose within your wedding, and it makes it even more special that way. The thing I recommend is using your own skills for things. For instance, I have been a bartender for a long time, and I thought, why not just make my own batch cocktails? They were super easy to make, super special because me and my friend made them together, and we juiced all the lemons and limes. I made a sour apple lemon drop, which was a huge hit, and a strawberry margarita, which everyone just loved. I had a whole bar station with the pitchers. I also had water. I had non-alcoholic beverages. I had beer, wine. You can really just do all this yourself. Like, I don't think you need a bartender, but it depends on how big your wedding is. If it's pretty small, it was easy to make all these myself, but I think I could be not ideal if you were having a wedding. The next tip I have for you guys is getting a grocery store cake. I was looking at bakeries, and if you ever tell people that you're getting married, they up the charges on everything. So I went to Walmart and I paid $70 to get a gorgeous chocolate tiered cake. It had our names on the top, it had flowers, I had my own cake topper. It was just so cute, and it was super easy. The process was super easy. I just did it, ordered it on the website, ordered it for like 2 days before the wedding, went and picked it up. It was literally that simple. I don't think you need to spend a bunch of money on a cake, in my opinion, especially like a cute cake. The pictures came out so cute for this cake, and I'm not gonna pay $1,000 for a cake that not a lot of people are even gonna eat, you know? So I recommend doing that, and other grocery stores do it as well. I think Fred Meyer, Whole Foods does cakes. You can even, if you're having a small enough like wedding, you can just pick up a cake and not even have it be custom. It's so easy, guys. So easy. The next thing I have is your dress. So I did not take my own advice on this because I ended up going to a bridal boutique and picking out the dress because I wanted that experience. I wanted to my dress was the most expensive thing at our wedding, but I don't regret it because it was gorgeous, and that was the most important thing to me. I am a fashion girly, so having a pretty dress was the most important thing to me, even though I know you only wear it on one day of your life, blah, blah, blah. But the pictures were great. I will have that be lasting a lifetime, and I got so many compliments. Everyone loved the dress. I loved the dress. My husband loved the dress. Get around not paying a lot for your dress is look at thrift stores. Another selection I would say is look at Amazon. They also have a lot of dresses, and Lulu's. Both of those are options for online shopping, and you can get a pretty good deal on those as well. Also look at secondhand stores. Brides for a Cause is one of them. That's a secondhand store and it goes to a good cause. So that's pretty cool to, you know, get a secondhand dress for your wedding dress, and it can be really cheap. Totally can get around not paying a lot for your dress. And then the last recommendation I have for you guys, not always gonna be plausible, but to keep the wedding small. I think for me, I think this is definitely a personal decision, but for us, having the wedding this small was so special to just have our people there, my friends, our close friends, like that was all that was there, you know, and our close family. So I think that it is a personal preference. Some people want a huge wedding, but keeping it small was budget friendly and just made it so less stressful and beautiful. So not as many people to usher around for sure. And then the last tip I have for you guys is also personal preference, but is to have the honeymoon later. Luckily we got gifted a couple nights in Airbnb nearby, but everyone was asking, when's your honeymoon? Where are you going? When's your honeymoon? It's probably not going to be till 2025. It is not planned yet. We are saving to do it. I had this big life experience. I wanted to relish in it and be with my husband and not be automatically getting onto a plane and going somewhere different. I do get travel anxiety sometimes, so I didn't want to deal with that right after the wedding or right before leading up to going on a trip. So we're gonna plan it for a little bit later, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, that's all the tips that I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video or you took some tips and had it be helpful to you. I think you can definitely plan a wedding that is budget friendly. I don't think you should be scared to plan a wedding. It's fun, it's exciting. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my Instagram and I will see you next time. Bye.